I know the Truancy Task Force is back together trying to address some truancy issues. I'm chairing this committee on school safety and truancy. What do you hope the task force, what the outcomes the task force accomplishes are going to be?
All right. Well, this is a long history. I won't get into all of it. This is my last thing, right? So I'll just get very briefly.
Take your time.
Several years ago, we started a Truancy Task Force citywide, brought in all the district agencies, and I started it with Tommy Wells, who was then on the Board of Education, now Councilmember, under the Williams administration. And we did a number of projects, including the ones I told you about with the middle schools. We did projects on elementary schools. We're looking at ways how to now next deal with high school youth. When the administration changed, all that got wiped out. The task force went away, got folded up underneath some other organization, went away. And the schools programs we had stopped because the collaboratives weren't funded. You can't do the program without the collaboratives. So under this new administration, Mary Gray's very committed to this, we reinstituted the task force. What I like to see is not a whole lot of talking and defining what truancy is, because we know what it is, and that we go immediately to trying to get some outcomes and some programs in place, whether it's, and I've challenged them before you got here to let us know, find out from your school system, your government, what is the truancy rate in the schools in your neighborhood, because that all pertains to a lot of things we're talking about, whether it's watering or whatever. Police pick them up, there's no truancy center for them to go to, they go back to schools, they walk out the door. They're not accounted for. And so I want the task force to come up with something, not trying to plan the whole universe, because you're not going to have enough time for that. And nothing's going to get done. So I like to see something come out in terms of immediate programs, immediate things that we can do. When we were running it before, we knew that immediately we could do something in elementary school by having a sort of initiative where the Attorney General's office was going to go and elementary school kids who had the requisite number of absences and go charge their parents and bring them back to court. When that happened in those elementary schools, the truancy rate went down. Had the studies to show that. And so we just got to tackle something and not sit and define it. So I don't know if that helps, but that's one of my judges is co-chairing that committee, and that's the message she has for me. So,
well, first of all,